Is it true that the government will establish an unelected quango to override the decisions of the Scottish Parliament? Does the UK government intend to force this on the devolved administrations if they do not consent? And will these measures require new legislation? And if so, when will this be introduced, and what will happen if it cannot be passed before the end of the transition period? I would appreciate straight answers to these questions, perhaps this time without personal references to my appearance or demeanour.
Leader of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As always, the honourable gentleman brings a little ray of sunshine into the chamber, and we are grateful for that. A light shineth in the darkness. To come to his point, there is a difference between a question not being answered and being given an answer that the honourable gentleman doesn't like. That doesn't mean the question hasn't been answered. So I will remind him, £4.6 billion has gone to Scotland under Barnett consequentials from the UK taxpayer, and without the UK taxpayer, the Scottish Government would find it very hard to make ends meet. That has provided support for 146,000 self-employed people, and 628,000 people have joined the furlough scheme. So a very, very large number of people, over 750,000 Scottish people, have been helped because they belong to the United Kingdom, and that is something of which we should all be proud. Then the honourable gentleman comes to the devolution settlement. And it has to be said here, the position of the Scottish Government and the Scottish Nationalists is bizarre, that they want the powers to be with Brussels. There's no powers being taken away from the devolved authorities. What is happening is power is returning to the United Kingdom. We will have the authority to decide for ourselves these issues with regard to things that affect trade and to subsidies. This will be a matter for the UK Parliament rather than unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. So we have the separatists in Scotland. We have their leader who wishes to build a metaphorical wall against England, who wishes to do all sorts of things that are not in the interest of the people of the United Kingdom or the people of Scotland, and wishes to kowtow to Brussels. We wish to make a strong United Kingdom which has £4.6 billion to help the Scottish economy with.